My child, listen to me for a moment. Have you ever wondered why you clicked on this message today? Out of thousands of videos, thousands of distractions, thousands of voices competing for your attention, why are you here right now? What if I told you that the very thing you were about to skip could change everything? What if the answer you've been praying for has been closer than you realize? What if heaven has been trying to get your attention, but you've been looking in the wrong direction? My child, I know you. I know the battles you've fought in silence. I know the prayers you've whispered when nobody else was around. I know the tears you never told anyone about. I know the nights when you wondered if I was listening. And today I want you to know something. I have not forgotten you. I have not abandoned you. I have not ignored your prayers. In fact, the reason you are watching this message is because I have something important to tell you. Stay with me. Because before this message ends, you will understand why certain doors closed, why certain people left, and why a new season is closer than you think. But first, I need to ask you something. Do you truly trust me when you cannot see what I am doing? Many people trust me when miracles are visible. Many people trust me when prayers are answered quickly. Many people trust me when everything is working in their favor. But true faith appears when nothing seems to be moving. Some of you have been standing in that place, waiting, praying, believing, hoping, wondering when your breakthrough will arrive. And because the waiting has been long, you have started questioning things. You have questioned your direction. You have questioned your purpose. You have questioned your future. Some of you have even questioned whether your prayers matter. But my child, what if I told you that while you were waiting, I was working? What if I told you that while you thought nothing was happening, Heaven was preparing something bigger than you imagined? Do not miss this. Because what I am about to reveal next explains why many people walk away from their greatest blessing moments before they arrive. Yes, my child. Many people quit too soon. Many people stop believing too soon. Many people walk away too soon. And because they leave too early, they never see what I was preparing. Think about Joseph. There were moments when prison looked permanent. Think about David. There were moments when the promise looked impossible. Think about Abraham. There were moments when the waiting seemed endless. Yet every one of them discovered the same truth. I was working long before they could see it. And I am working for you too. If you believe that, type, I still trust you, Jesus. Let those words become your declaration. Because something important is happening right now. You may not feel it yet. You may not see it yet. But heaven has been arranging details behind the scenes. Conversations you know nothing about. Opportunities you cannot yet see. Doors that have not opened yet. Answers that are already moving toward you. And here is what concerns me. Many people are so focused on what they lost that they miss what I am sending. They stare at closed doors and ignore the new door appearing beside them. They focus on old disappointments and overlook fresh opportunities. They keep replaying yesterday while heaven is preparing tomorrow. My child, I need you to hear this carefully. The enemy wants your attention trapped in the past. Because if he can keep you looking backward, you won't recognize what I am doing ahead. And what I am preparing ahead is greater than what is behind. Much greater. But there is a reason you have felt restless recently. There is a reason certain things no longer satisfy you. There is a reason some relationships feel different. There is a reason some old habits suddenly feel uncomfortable. Many of you think something is wrong. But what if something is actually changing? What if the discomfort you've been feeling is not punishment? What if it is preparation? Stay with me. Because in the next chapter, I am going to reveal why God sometimes allows discomfort before destiny. And what you are about to learn may completely change the way you see your current season. Before we continue, I want you to do one thing. If you are still watching and you feel that God is speaking directly to you, type, I am ready for my next season. Because heaven may be preparing you for something bigger than you realize. My child, there is something I need you to understand. The reason you keep finding yourself returning to messages like this is not an accident. The reason your attention keeps being drawn back toward me is not coincidence. The reason certain words keep appearing in front of you is not random. I have been trying to reach your heart in a deeper way. Because there is something ahead of you that requires a different version of you. Many people ask me for change. Many people pray for breakthrough. Many people ask for new opportunities. But very few understand that before I change their situation, I often begin changing them. And that process is not always comfortable. That is why some of you have felt restless recently. You have noticed that things which once excited you no longer satisfy you. Conversations you once enjoyed now leave you empty. Places you once loved now feel different. Activities that once consumed your attention suddenly feel meaningless. You have been wondering why. My child, what if I told you that this feeling is not a problem? What if it is a sign? Because whenever I prepare someone for a new season, I begin loosening their attachment to the old one. Think about Abraham. Before he could enter the promise, he had to leave familiar territory. Think about Moses. Before he could lead a nation, he had to leave the wilderness. Think about Peter. Before he could become who I called him to be, he had to step out of the boat. The future I prepare often requires you to release something from the past. And that is where many people struggle. They want new blessings while holding on to old burdens. They want a new chapter while refusing to close the previous one. They want a different future while remaining attached to the same habits, the same fears, and the same limitations. My child, I am not asking you to let go because I want to take something from you. I am asking you to let go because I want to place something greater into your hands. But if your hands are full of yesterday, how will you receive tomorrow? Pause and think about that. How many opportunities have you missed because you were still focused on a disappointment? How many blessings have passed by because you were still replaying an old wound? How many answers have gone unnoticed because your attention remained trapped in a chapter that already ended? I know it is difficult. I know some losses hurt deeply. I know some betrayals left scars. I know some prayers seemed unanswered. But my child, your story is not over. The chapter you are living in right now is not the final chapter. The setback was not the ending. The rejection was not the ending. The delay was not the ending. The disappointment was not the ending. I am still writing. I am still working. I am still preparing. And there is something beautiful about the season you are entering. You may not see it yet. You may not understand it yet. But heaven sees what is coming. Heaven knows what is ahead. Heaven understands why certain pieces had to move before new pieces could arrive. That is why I need you to trust me even when the picture feels incomplete. Because faith is not believing after you see the answer. Faith is believing before the answer arrives. Some of you are standing in a place where the evidence seems small. The signs seem limited. The progress seems slow. But remember what I did with 5 loaves and 2 fish. Remember what I did with David's small stone. Remember what I did with a tiny mustard seed. I specialize in taking what appears insignificant and transforming it into something extraordinary. And that includes your current situation. You keep looking at your circumstances. I keep looking at your future. You keep looking at limitations. I keep looking at possibilities. You keep looking at obstacles. I keep looking at opportunities. And if only you could see what I see, your fear would turn into expectation. Your worry would turn into faith. Your uncertainty would turn into confidence. Because there are blessings moving toward you right now that you cannot yet see. There are answers already on their way. There are opportunities being arranged. There are divine connections being prepared. There are conversations happening behind the scenes. There are doors being unlocked. There are obstacles being removed. And one day you will look back and realize that while you thought nothing was happening, heaven was working non-stop. My child, some of you have been asking me for a sign. You have said, Lord, show me something. Lord, confirm your direction. Lord, let me know you are with me. But what if I told you that the very changes happening inside you are already signs? The growing hunger for God, the desire for peace, the discomfort with old habits, the longing for something deeper. These are not accidents. These are indicators that I am drawing you closer. Because whenever I prepare someone for a breakthrough, I first prepare their heart. And what I am about to reveal next is something very important. There are 3 specific signs that often appear when heaven is preparing a major shift in someone's life. Most people miss them. Most people misunderstand them. Some people even resist them. But once you recognize these signs, you will begin to see your current season differently. You will understand why certain things have been happening. You will understand why certain doors closed. You will understand why certain people disappeared. And you will understand why your life is beginning to change. Because my child, what you were about to skip may not just be a message. It may be confirmation. It may be preparation. It may be the answer you have been praying for. And what comes next may reveal exactly where God is leading you. My child, there is a reason you are still here. There is a reason this message keeps speaking to your heart. Because what I am about to reveal may explain many things you have been experiencing recently. You have been asking for clarity. You have been asking for confirmation. You have been asking whether I am truly moving in your life. And today I want to show you 3 signs that often appear before a major shift. These signs are not always dramatic. They are not always obvious. But they are powerful. And if you recognize them, you may realize that your breakthrough is closer than you think. The first sign is this. You begin losing interest in things that once distracted you. My child, when I prepare someone for a new season, I begin changing their desires. Suddenly the things that once consumed their attention no longer satisfy them. The endless scrolling. The constant need for approval. The unhealthy habits. The toxic conversations. The unnecessary drama. They begin losing their grip. And many people mistake this for boredom. But it is not boredom. It is preparation. Because I cannot fill a life with something new if it is completely occupied by something old. Some of you have noticed this recently. You feel drawn toward prayer. You feel drawn toward peace. You feel drawn toward purpose. And you do not fully understand why. The reason is simple. I am preparing room for something greater. Do not fight that process. Do not run back to what I am leading you away from. Trust me. Because the things you are leaving behind cannot compare to what is ahead. Now here is the second sign. And this one surprises many people. The second sign is increased resistance. Yes, my child. Sometimes before a breakthrough, resistance increases. Not because I have abandoned you, but because the enemy recognizes what is coming. Think about it. Why did Pharaoh resist when Israel was about to leave Egypt? Why did opposition increase when Nehemiah rebuilt the wall? Why did storms appear when the disciples followed my instructions? Because resistance often appears when movement is near. Some of you have faced unexpected challenges recently. Unexpected delays. Unexpected frustrations. Unexpected battles. And you thought it meant you were moving in the wrong direction. But what if it means you are moving in the right direction? What if the resistance is confirmation that progress is happening? Do not misunderstand me. Not every problem is a sign. Not every difficulty is spiritual warfare. But sometimes the greatest pressure comes immediately before the greatest breakthrough. That is why I need you to remain faithful. Remain steady. Remain focused. Do not allow temporary resistance to convince you that I have changed my mind. Because I have not. My promises remain. My plans remain. My purpose remains. And if I started a work in your life, I will not abandon it halfway through. Now stay with me carefully. Because the third sign is the most important. In fact, many people miss it completely. And yet it may be the strongest indication that your life is changing. The third sign is this. You begin seeing situations differently than before. The same problem no longer controls you. The same fear no longer dominates you. The same disappointment no longer defines you. Something inside begins changing. Your perspective shifts. Your faith grows. Your confidence strengthens. Your peace increases. And suddenly you realize that while you were asking me to change your circumstances, I was changing you. Because my child, the greatest miracle is not always around you. Sometimes the greatest miracle happens within you. A changed heart. A renewed mind. A stronger faith. A deeper trust. That transformation changes everything. Because once your perspective changes, your decisions change. Once your decisions change, your direction changes. And once your direction changes, your future changes. Many of you have been praying for a miracle. But what if the miracle has already started? What if the reason you are watching this message is because heaven has already begun working? What if the changes happening inside you are proof that something greater is coming? Take a moment and think about your life. Are you different than you were 6 months ago? Are you stronger? Are you wiser? Are you closer to God? Have you survived battles that once would have broken you? If the answer is yes, then you are already seeing evidence of my hand upon your life. Because growth is a miracle. Healing is a miracle. Transformation is a miracle. And these miracles often happen before visible breakthroughs arrive. My child, there is one final truth I need to share with you. Because everything we have talked about leads to this moment. Many people are so focused on what they want me to do next that they miss what I am doing right now. Do not miss this season. Do not miss these lessons. Do not miss these confirmations. Because what you are about to step into could change everything. And in the next chapter, I want to pray over your future. I want to pray over your breakthrough. I want to pray over the doors that God is opening. And I want to show you how to position yourself for the season that is coming. Because my child, your story is not ending. In many ways, it is just beginning. My child, before you leave this message, I want you to remember one thing. You are not watching this by accident. You are not hearing these words by accident. And you are not entering this new season by accident. I have seen every prayer. I have heard every cry. I have counted every tear. Even the prayers you stopped praying because you thought nothing was happening, I heard those too. And today, I want you to release every fear into my hands. Release the fear of failure. Release the fear of disappointment. Release the fear that nothing will ever change. Because I am already moving in places you cannot see. I am opening doors you cannot open yourself. I am arranging opportunities you cannot arrange yourself. I am preparing blessings that no person can take away from you. So right now, wherever you are, pray this with me. Jesus, I trust you with my future. I trust you with my family. I trust you with my finances. I trust you with the doors that are opening and the doors that are closing. Help me recognize your voice. Help me follow your direction. Help me stay faithful while you work behind the scenes. I receive your peace. I receive your wisdom. I receive your strength. And I receive the new season you are bringing into my life. In Jesus' name, amen. My child, if you prayed that prayer with faith, I believe God is already working in your situation. Now I want you to do something important. Type, I trust your plan, Jesus, in the comments below. Let that be your declaration of faith today. And if this message encouraged you, make sure you subscribe to Blessvia and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a word that God may have prepared specifically for you. Also, don't stop here. The next message on this channel may be the confirmation you've been praying for. Click the next video and continue this journey with us. Remember, what you were about to skip could have changed everything. But today, you stayed. You listened. And you believed. And I believe your next season is closer than you think. God bless you, my child.